Good morning, dear students. Let us start the class. Since today is the last day for before the PT1 exam, we are going to take a revision of the first and the second chapter, that is shapes and patterns. And then after watching the video, there will be a worksheet. So I request every one of you to go and log in the MindSpark, and the worksheet name is worksheet 5. Today's the worksheet is a combination of a number of topics, that is about rounding off, about addition, about symmetry, tessellations and numbers up to 999. So you can watch the video and then you can go to the MindSpark at sharp 10 a.m. and the MindSpark will remain open from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Okay, so there are 10 questions there. You can do the questions and you can press submit at the end of the worksheet. Alright, so let us start the class. So children, we are going to take a revision of the first and second chapter today. In the first chapter we have learned about circle and its part. So what is a circle? A circle is a simple closed figure with no edges or corner. So it has no sides or corner, okay, and it is a closed figure. So you can either say a circle is a closed figure or a two-dimensional figure as well. And the parts of circle we have are center, radius, chord, diameter, semicircle and circumference. These are the 6 parts of a circle. What is a center? The fixed point of a circle is known as the center. It is denoted by capital O. Radius is the line drawn from the center to the edge of the circle. Okay, what is a chord? That is a line which doesn't pass through the center, okay, and it joins 2 points on the edge of the circle. Diameter, that is the longest chord. It passes through the center and it joins 2 points on the edges of the circle. Semicircle means half of the circle. If you take a circle and if you divide it into 2 equal parts, that 1/2 part is known as the semicircle. And the circumference means the total length of a circle is known as the circumference of the circle. And different figures which looks like a circle are a bangle, a coin, okay, or a tire. Okay, so these are the different shapes which looks like a circle. Circle we can use either taking a circular object and placing on a paper and cutting it by drawing and then cutting with a pair of scissors, or we can draw a circle with the help of a compass. So this is a compass. With the help of a compass we can draw a circle. How we can draw a circle? We can place this needle part on the paper and we can rotate this hinge part by putting a pencil on the other side and then rounding in a circular way, and we can get a circle. Okay, so in this way we can draw a circle with the help of a compass. Now circle can be drawn also with a fixed measurement, that is either you can take a radius of like 2 cm, 3 cm, and you can measure the radius with the help of a ruler, okay, and putting these 2 points fixed and placing it exactly in 2 cm distance, and then we can draw a circle. Alright, and the relation between the radius and diameter we already got. Radius equals to d by 2, that means half of diameter, and diameter is equals to twice of radius. In this way we can find the word problems. Alright, the next are concentric circle. What are concentric circle? Circles which have the same center but different radii. That means we can have a common center here and we can draw number of circles using the same center. This type of circles are known as concentric circles. That means it has the same center but different radius. Okay. The next topic we got is reflection. So what do we mean by reflection? When a object is placed in front of a mirror, we see its image in the mirror. This image is called the reflection of an object. So when we stand in front of a mirror, we see ourselves isn't it? That is known as the reflection. But when you can be seen in mirrors, water, oil and shiny surfaces. Okay, so when we when we place in front of a mirror, it will be placed in it will be formed in this way on the mirror. Okay, similarly a triangle is placed in front of a mirror and the triangle will be formed in this way. The mirror image or reflection of an object is exactly the same as the object. The dotted line is known as the line of reflection. So this dotted line is known as the line of reflection, and on the other part of the line we get exactly the same object. The next topic is symmetry. What do you mean by symmetry? When a line divides a shape into two parts where both parts are reflection of each other, the line is called a line of symmetry. So when we divide an object into two or more than two equal parts, that objects are known as symmetrical objects, and the line which divides are known as line of symmetry. And if after dividing if after dividing the objects we don't get equal parts, such objects are known as asymmetrical shapes. Alright. The next topic we got is tessellation. So what do you mean by tessellation? So tessellation is a tiling pattern made of ceramics or cement, hexagons or square. Tessellations are found on floors, pavements, roofs, or historical monument, quilting, and so on. So these are the different types of tessellations. Tessellation we get to see where there is a repetition of the same shape. Okay, so here there is a repetition of the same shape. Similarly here. So these are known as tessellations, and they are formed either of hexagons or squares where they are repeated to form a sequence. Alright. So what is a pattern? An arrangement of figures or design in a certain way is called a pattern. We see patterns everywhere. Patterns can be natural or man-made. So if it is an arrangement of figures or designs, or even you can say lines or shapes or numbers or alphabets in a particular order or in a certain way, is known as pattern. Okay, next chapter is patterns. Okay, so in patterns we have learned about two types of patterns. They are natural patterns and man-made patterns. So natural patterns we can see in flowers, we can see on leopard, tiger or zebra, or in bees. Okay, and the man-made patterns are formed by human being, and they are, we can see on a brick wall or a carpet or a gate. Okay, so these are the two types of patterns we have learned. Patterns can be either in lines or shape where there is repetition of the shapes, or number patterns. Okay, this is number patterns. Number patterns are divided into two parts: odd numbers and even numbers. Okay, so the odd numbers are beginning from 1 and increasing by 2, and the even numbers are beginning from 2 and increasing by 2. Symmetry we got in, though we have got in the first chapter, we have got in a little broader form in the second chapter. Okay, so symmetry we already know that can be divided into two or more equal parts are known as symmetrical. This line is known as the line of symmetry or axis of symmetry. Now symmetry is divided into two equal parts, that is vertical symmetry and horizontal symmetry. In the vertical symmetry, an object or shape is divided into equal left and right halves. That means we draw a line in this way. Okay, this is known as vertical. And the line which divides and we get objects, equal objects in top and bottom, that means the line we draw from in this way, are known as horizontal symmetry. This is known as vertical symmetry, and this is known as horizontal symmetry. In vertical symmetry we get left and right equal parts, and in horizontal symmetry we get top and bottom equal parts. Okay, some of the objects might have both horizontal and vertical line of symmetry as well. So the examples of vertical symmetry are triangle, WAO, and the examples of horizontal symmetry are square, circle, B and X. Okay, so objects can have vertical or horizontal or both as the line of symmetry. Such kind of object we can say as the circle or as the capital O. Okay, or a square. Alright, even numbers also we can get. So these are the different types of symmetry which is dividing the objects into equal. The next question is find the digits from 0 to 9 that have a vertical line of symmetry or horizontal line of symmetry and both the lines of symmetry. So we know that the 0 has got a vertical line of symmetry as well as a horizontal line of symmetry, and the number 8 has got a vertical line of symmetry. Alright, so all the other digits have no line of symmetry, so we know only 0 and 8 have the lines of symmetry, and the other numbers doesn't have any line of symmetry. We can also draw lines of symmetry in the words below here. Alright, so we can either draw in vertical form or in horizontal form, and we can divide them into equal parts. Now there is one topic here, you can see here in page number 21. Symmetry can be found in various forms in literature. A simple example of symmetry is the palindrome, where a brief text reads the same forward or backward. So palindrome means of a reading of a word which is same whether you start from the beginning or from the back. So you look at M-A-D-A-M, madam, you read it back M-A-D-A-M, madam. Okay, so this is known as palindrome. This the pronunciation is same whether you start from the beginning or from the end. Same way, Malayalam. Okay, so this is a language, Malayalam. You begin from the end, Malayalam. Okay, so this is a palindrome. The next is civic, C-I-V-I-C. From the end also C-I-V-I-C. Next is radar. Again the next is given level. So these are the words of known as palindrome, which is same from the beginning or from the end. Can you think of any other words as palindrome? You can write it down. Okay, in page number 21. 3 letters, 4 letters, 5 letters and 7 letters. So you can think of your own if you know any other words which are palindrome and which are of 3, 4, 5 and 7 letters. Okay, so these are the topics for chapter 1 and chapter 2. And for the PT1 examination, 3 chapters are required, that is shapes, patterns and number. Okay, so I request every one of you to study well, go through the videos. Again, if you have any doubt, go through the PDF files, practice as much as you can, and if there is any help you want, you can reach out and call for me. Alright, so with this I conclude my video. Thank you and have a nice day.